This week it marks 1 month since Kansas Governor Laura Kelly's inauguration, and she sat down with 41 Action News for an exclusive interview.
The governor finds herself taking on issues central to her campaign, and as reporter Tom Dempsey explains, she hopes working with Republicans can lead to progress.
Governor of the state of Kansas, so help you God.
I do.
1 month after her inauguration, Governor Laura Kelly finds herself on the front lines of change in Kansas.
Yeah, I've got a lot of work to do, but I knew that before I got into this position.
The governor sitting down with 41 Action News this week for an exclusive interview as she now addresses key priorities, including Medicaid expansion.
We're in a situation now where we have left over $3 billion back in Washington, D.C., Kansas taxpayer dollars.
The issue serving as a cornerstone of her campaign, with the governor saying expansion could help 150,000 more Kansans with coverage, while assisting rural hospitals during a tough time.
We have a number of hospitals, a couple of them have already closed, and we've got close to 30 of them on the brink of it if we don't do something.
Kelly also hoping to end years of controversy in the state all over school funding.
We need to get out of court. We've spent far too much time there, and we need to adequately fund our schools in an equitable fashion.
The governor proposing an over $90 million boost to the funding increase passed last year that she says will settle the battle between the Kansas Supreme Court and state conservatives. The issue serving as an example of the fallout from the Brownback tax cuts.
They were a complete and total disaster, and I think we've seen it all across the state.
The governor's aim to help the state continue to move past the tax cuts reflected in her state budget proposal.
I presented a structurally balanced budget, which means that we are taking in more revenue than we're spending. We also left the largest ending balance in 20 years.
The governor's initiatives requiring some compromise as she works with a Republican-controlled House and Senate. But she says her 14 years as a state senator has prepared her well.
I think I was known as pretty much a no-nonsense person who could work with anybody in order to get things done.
Aside from the issues and outside of her office here at the state capitol, we also spoke to Governor Kelly about the role of her family during her term.
I am just so proud to be their mom. With
a working husband and 2 grown daughters, Governor Kelly hopes to keep some distance between the Capitol and her family.
I think they're all very proud of me. But I try as much as possible not to let this job interfere with their lives.
A job ahead with the governor calm but confident she will succeed.
Very calm demeanor to you. Where do you get that from? I mean, I'm just thinking of being governor, and the way I think about all the pressure that comes along with it.
Probably growing up in the military. Talk about pressure. The constant moving and starting new schools and whatever. I just had to become very adaptable.
1 month down and years ahead, with the governor hoping to bring progress to the state.
I think I'm a lot like a lot of Kansans, just very pragmatic and no nonsense. Let's get our job done. Let's get to work.
Tom Dempsey, 41 Action News.